Hello YouTube. So now that Star vs. the Forces of Evil is on break, I can finally talk about Tron Uprising again. So, this is the 15th episode called State of Mind, and this one starts off with Mara trying to take off some Tron Liz graffiti, even though she only successfully takes off the V, and then leaves, because I guess that her job is complete now. Don't really see how that works. It's just the V. Was that V the only part that mattered about that graffiti? So yeah, she's trying to take that down, and Zeb tries to stop her, which eventually ends up with her attacking him. And also, the worst part about this, her hair is orange. Truly, the most important part about this. Oh, and also her identity disc is orange. I haven't really been keeping track of her identity discontinuity, so I don't really know if it's always been orange or if it's just orange here. But yeah, it's orange. Guess that she's really into orange today. So, and then a few cycles earlier, we see that Mara was trying to find out what color hair to have. Again, this is very, very important. So, yeah, she's doing that while driving. Not sure if this is better or worse than distracted driving, as she has her car on auto drive, because I guess that's something on the grid. Even though when they're in their motorcycles, they always have to drive manually. Why don't the light cycles get the same attention like this? Okay, this is making me question too much how the cars and vehicles in the grid work. So, yeah, pretty much a tanker starts swerving off the road and eventually falls down, so Mara tries to drive away manually but ends up crashing. And then some scientists take her and she's fine. Nice to know that in that very deadly looking crash, she doesn't even have a scratch on her. Because that's how crashes work. So truly, after seeing Mara just getting in a car accident, the most important thing that we need to see is Zeb working on a bike. The best transition ever. So yeah, he's working on another bike because the Renegade still hasn't given him back his old one. What does he even need it for? Really, what does the Renegade need Zeb's bike for? We never see him use it. So, it's not like he's using it just to throw the, like Tesla's army off. No, he's not using it for that. No, what he's using it for is absolutely nothing. We never see this bike be used ever again by the Renegade, so why does he need it? I seriously question this a lot. And it's brought up a few times, so yeah, why does he need this exactly? Has he just, like, forgotten that he has it still? I really want to know. So, yeah, then Mara gets back, and she's acting pretty strange, and Zeb seems to be the only one really questioning it, although, of course, we know that Beck's gonna go off and question it as the Renegade. So, then we find out that Tesler's the one behind this, and that he's got a lot of programs under mind control. Because apparently he's already been doing this tanker crashing and some gases let out thing a few times. So, yeah, has he been gaining more programs on his side? As far as I've seen on this show, there really aren't that many people who are against the Renegade. There are just a very few and small minorities. So, yeah, does he really need this? I'm pretty sure that a lot of the programs are already on his side here, but yeah, apparently it's worth maybe killing a few of the programs, so then you can get some more under your control. Makes sense. So, the scientist who created this mind control wants to back out but is threatened. So then, at the club, we see that truly terrible things are happening there. Mara has changed her hair color to orange. The monster! So yeah, now her hair color is orange for no clear reason. I guess in support of Tesla, but I didn't realize that hair color shows one's support. Does that mean that Tron's main color is blue, and by having blue hair, that shows that you support him? Because if so, there are a lot of other people on the grid that support Tron, but I don't really think that any of the others have blue hair. So yeah, she has orange hair for no reason, and is at the club, and acting even more strange than before. So Zeb tries to pull her out of there, but she ends up lashing out at him. And for some odd reason, no other program decides to help him out here. There's one that actually asks the other if they should, but then their response to that is, no, I want to see how this plays out. Okay. Like, he says that he wants to see her, he wants to see if she rips his arm off. Couldn't you just go to an action movie for that? I don't know why you want to see that at this random club. Like, is this just something that'll make your day? Have you always just wanted to see Mara rip a guy's arm off? Have you even known her before this point? Well, okay, yeah, I guess he is a kind of recurring character on the side, so yeah, I guess he does know her. But, seriously, have you just wanted to see Mara rip someone's arm off? If so, why? So, yeah, confusing moves aside, Mara and those other guys, they all go to Tesla's party, and the Renegade starts investigating what exactly is going on. And while there, he actually bumps into Zeb, who's also looking for something that could help him out in helping Mara. Not the other programs that are under Tesla's control. Oh no, they don't matter, just Mara. So, they eventually find a clue and find out that there's actually more tankers. In fact, there have been 5 other tankers that have crashed and had very similar effects on other programs. And they also find out that there's a gas that's actually causing this, along with a sound frequency, I guess. They never really say that sound frequency causes it, but yeah, it's kind of implied by the tower that comes in later. So, yeah, a sound frequency also plays into this. I guess that the gas is sort of what makes mind control possible, and the frequency is what makes it actually be activated. So, just in real convenience, they just so happen to see another tanker that's heading for really nowhere important. It just kind of goes along on the bridge. Like, I guess that's kind of what I did before, so yeah, I guess just hoping that they bump into a pretty busy area that time of day. Yeah, I guess that's the ultimate plan for mind control. Don't try and go to that very busy place with all these programs. No, or actually attack a building or something. No, that wouldn't make any sense. No, just instead drive around a car for a little bit and just sort of wait and see if something happens. So eventually, Zeb and the Renegade end up teaming up, and they defeat a dreaded car. Truly, this is the biggest thing that they will ever do. And also now the Renegade owes Zeb 2 bikes because his was destroyed. Nothing seems to go right for him. So they eventually find out that, well, pretty much everything with the gas and all the sound frequency things is going to actually happen at the party that Tesla's throwing. Amazing. I just thought that Tesla was just gonna throw a party out of the goodness of his heart. Yeah. Really, what else did they think that this was for? So, yeah, they pretty much decide that they gotta stop the tower from sending out sound frequency and also the gas from being released, but they might not have much time to do it as the party's just about to start. And it starts immediately then, and the gas is released, and so is the sound frequency. They're the best. So, pretty much, Zeb jumps out of a building on, forgot what those things were called. I think it's a light chute. I forgot. Pretty much just like one of those weird parachute things that they have in the grid. He gets one of those and jumps off of a building to go save Mara. Seems a bit like he just wants someone to notice him there. So, while he's looking to try and help out Mara, he does find her and pretty much takes her out of there. Even though she's already under Tesla's control, so I don't see how pulling her out of there, especially after the gas has been released, how that would help her at all. Unless if it's on a time-based thing, in which case, would the programs all need to gather up at this party again in a certain amount of time just to have gas and a sound frequency released around them? And would they take a shower? Then would the gas effects come off, and would they just be reverted back to their normal selves? There's a lot of things I'm questioning here. So, yeah, then Mara sees some dreaded graffiti on the wall, and the opening scene happens, and the Renegade goes off to try and stop the tower from emitting the frequency, because it's doing terrible things to all these other programs. They see the name Clue, and they cheer. Awful! So, yeah, clearly the Renegade can't let them get away with that, because it's apparently awful. So, he hijacks one of the giant plane things. I forgot what these things are called. It's been a while since I watched the show. Okay, guys, give me some credit. Give me some break. So, yeah, pretty much he ransacks one of those, which apparently had very few, if not any, guards on this thing. Like, really, there are no guards on here. He just sort of walks in and he's in control of this. So, yeah, he's in control of this, and he's about ready to crash it into the tower. But then Pavel comes out. Oh no! He can't beat Pavel. Now this thing's truly gonna ride. So yeah, he beats Pavel really easily, and also the scientist from earlier helps out, because I guess that threat on her life didn't matter. So they destroy the tower. Mara is back to her old self, and she doesn't have any memory of what happened. Neither do any of the other programs. So, I mean, I guess the other programs kind of wouldn't be put in a weird situation, as they're just sort of at a party cheering about the name Clue. I guess that would be kind of weird, but, I mean, most of them were at a club, so I'm guessing that some of them just thought they got drunk and just sort of blacked out for a while. But Mara's situation is that she's on top of Zeb with her disc right next to his throat. She never questions this. I feel like there should be a lot of questioning here, Mara. So yeah, she never once questions this, because apparently it doesn't matter to her. Yeah, I can see why you value her as a friend there, Zeb. And then apparently the Renegade gets out without any of the guards actually trying to stop him. So yeah, he just, destroyed this giant tower, and apparently there was no security on this tower that apparently emits a frequency that will control other programs. So yeah, clearly no one should be guarding that. So yeah, apparently no one stops him, and yeah, he just sort of gets away. And then we find out that Zeb apparently is now fine with the Renegade, I guess. Well, he admits that he's an alright guy. So now that he's admitted that, he gets a reward. His old bike back. Yeah, I guess that the Renegade just remembered that he still had that. Like, oh yeah, I do still have that, don't I? Okay, yeah, here, whatever, Zeb. I don't know why you care so much, but here. So he gets his life cycle back, and he lost it in, like, episode 3, and now gets it back in episode 15. Yeah, I'm sure that he's really happy about this. Well, okay, yeah, actually, he kind of is. And And then we see that the scientist is now wanted by Tesla and has now completely changed her programming, and the episode ends. So for this episode, it's honestly just a filler episode, really. If you don't really want to watch this one, you can completely skip over it, and you probably won't miss anything. But it is actually kind of a good episode in seeing how far Tesla would go to actually try and get more people on his side, but really he's not focused on it that much. It's mainly focusing on, well, at least on the bad guy's side, it's mainly focusing on Pavel and this random scientist we've never seen up until now. So yeah, really concerned about what, they say her name once. I know it starts with a K, but yeah, I'm just calling her the scientist this whole time, so I'm just gonna keep on doing that. So yeah, people really care about what the scientist was up to, and if it's in her programming to work for Clue, then why is she actually questioning her moral decisions? That's something that's very random for this character that we never knew up until this point. But yeah, overall, this episode is just kind of filler. The main thing that it actually does provide is getting Zeb on an okay slate with the Renegade, and I guess if you've been wanting to see that, as it's been kind of built up in the show, this is an episode to watch, but outside that, there's really nothing that great to it. I mean, it's a fine episode overall, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's alright. It's an alright episode. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, at the end, a very, very important thing happens. Mara's hair is blue again. Yay! So, yeah. I guess that was important. This whole entire time. I don't know why her hair kept on changing, but apparently the end of this episode treated that like it was a very important thing. So I will too. So, yeah, if you're interested in seeing Mara's hair changing color, Zeb and the Renegade kind of getting along to a certain degree, and Tesla trying to mind control programs, this is definitely the episode that you've been waiting for. Don't know exactly why you've been waiting for that, but yeah, this is the episode for you then. For me, though, I honestly just think it's kind of a filler episode, and one that really could be skipped over, but as it is, it's still a fine episode. The animation's still really great in it. And there are actually some kind of interesting things on seeing how far Mara would go on the other side. Like if she was actually on Tesla's side instead of the Renegades. And she goes very far in that aspect. Although, really, I don't see her whole entire personality changing because of that. But apparently it does for some reason. So, yeah, for this episode overall, it's just alright. Like, if what I've said in this vlog kind of makes you interested and wants to go see it, then yeah, go watch it. But overall, it's pretty much one of the episodes that you can skip. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.